Let me launch. Okay. So just a recap. Let me know if you still getting doubts. So we created a component. Inside that we have declared a variables. Here we call it as a attribute. So for declaring variables and all, you use this tag or attribute. Okay. And we have set up the handler and the action, my action we are calling it, which will be in the JavaScript client side controller. Okay. And what we need to display. So that we have defined. I mean, for which record, what is the reference record? So that we have defined here, and where to display, in which format we need to display. So that tells this two lines. Okay. And this is our action. Okay. And what we are doing, we are calling get components method in the controller. Okay. This is the controller. And we are passing the parameters. So for the method, we need to pass it, right? So that parameter we have set up here. And from the method, we need to collect the results. So for collecting that results, we have set up this set callback. And that result, end result, we are assigning to contacts here. Okay. And this is to fire your action. And the simple controller where you are just returning the contact records based on the account ID, which we will receive from the controller. Clear now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So let's see what we are doing in this today session. Okay. So render and preview the contact list. Okay. So they're trying to render as yesterday I told you, right? So based on the conditions or to display in such format that you will use this render condition here, and we are going to display it. Okay. So let's see what they are doing here. Okay. They are using data table. So right, this table, data table means columns and rows, it will be there. So in the same thing, they are trying to display in the tabular format. Okay, it's a basic thing. The tag which use lightning data table, it's again a basic, and it is coming from the Salesforce itself. Okay, so the data what we have set up, as I said, we are returning the contacts, right? We stored that results in the contacts, and that we are passing data for this data table. Okay, and columns, the columns we have defined here, and key field id is something like which there will be some unique queue, right? Unique queue id, so with what we can identify the each and every row. Hide checkbox column again. So you might have seen when you are using this list views and all. So left side there will be checkbox. Okay. So that checkbox we are hiding it here. Okay. We will not be able to check in that checkbox. Guys, getting it?
Yeah.
So in a table format, we are going to display what we are going to display, contacts we are going to display, and the columns which we have collected from the controller. Okay, these details will come, and so we are collecting that here, and we will pass it to here as a columns. Okay, and this ID, as I tell, it's a unique ID to go here. And so we then add the following code and a new line after the comment. Okay, let me copy it. Go to the component, put it here, save it. Okay, so yeah, same. So electing data table is another base component. Yeah. So as I said, to display the contact, we have saved it. So in the JavaScript controller, my action function. So we have this my action function, right? this. They want to replace with that. Let's see what they are doing here. But I'm going in a new line above the var action. Yes. Copy it. Put it here. And do this. Okay. So this now let me save this. Okay. So in this particular thing, okay. So for the component, we are setting up the columns. These columns we have defined in the attribute level, right? In the list format. So as we mentioned the type as list. For example, you created a field with a pick list type. Okay. So you need to give the multiple values, right? A, B, C like that in every new line. So here also when you define the list format, you need to give the multiple values here. So label is nothing but the column name goes here, and field name, it will capture the first name. From, can anyone tell from where we will capture this first name, last name and phone? How these values will be coming here?
Yeah, we are using the contact first name, last name, phone.
Yeah. So if you go to here, so these are the things we are already querying it. So it will return this entire list, okay, with these fields also. So that is where you will collect this information here. So we are going to display in 3 columns, and these are the values will come. How many, whatever the contacts are there, like the rows, it depends on the how many contacts are associated to that account. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. So data table component is columns. Yeah, it's a same thing. So we saved it. Refresh the account page in our okay. So let me save this once again. Save this. Save. Now where is our account? Okay, here we have added a component is able to find action, get contacts in the control of my contact list. Able to find get contacts in the control of my contact list. Why it is there now? Able to find action, get contacts. So can anyone tell me why we are getting that? Guys, can anyone tell me?
We need to check first all the
Check what?
the code.
So it's clearly saying get contacts is not calling.
Yes.
Yeah. Reason? Okay. What do you want to check among these 3?
The controller.
First read the error message. It's revolving around get contacts, right? Where
Yes.
this get contacts is there? Not here for sure.
Yeah, in the
It is
controller.
here. So here you are setting up. You are trying to call this method. Okay. So making that is fine here. You are already doing the call. Controller dot get contacts. So what is your controller here? This is your controller. And what you have done here? So this is what will
Okay.
happen
So we
when
have
you
commented.
don't put that are enabled. So the compiler itself, even it is having the get context, the compiler itself is not able to understand because of the aura is enabled tag is missing. Okay, so that is the reason. So refresh. Same again. Why did we save it? Yeah, we have. We saved it. 1 second, guys. That's what I did morning. I created one more arc actually. So it's same. It comes as same. The compiler unable to find action get contacts. And control of my find action. Get contacts. Find action. Patterns. Get contacts also here. What else is missing? Name. It's perfectly alright, guys. So nothing is there. And to check also why it is not loading there.
Yeah, I have done the same challenge and now it is working.
This one, right?
Yeah,
It's the same.
yeah, just now I have completed. Actually,
No, this one.
yes, this one.
No. So you went to the account record and refreshed it.
Yes, it is working properly.
Then why it is throwing error here? So what I did morning for the training session, I created one more edition. Maybe it is directing to get that. Not sure. But this says let me click and verify this. If this works, then something is there on there. Okay, it worked actually here. But why the component is turning? If you observe here, actually the component itself is not coming. So the edition is changed. What I did in the morning, one more thing. See, from same for other training purpose, I created this, or maybe it is not able to identify which are to check. Fine. So with this, it's a basic thing only. Now, I would not say like it's a big prize that we have handled. For easy understanding purpose, in a simple way, we have completed this.
Here, can you tell me like about the checkbox?
Yeah, if the component itself is not displayed, right? See, we have added that component. And it is not here. So, and this is something
Can
like
I
Empathetic. So this, if you see this namespace, this is what we have created here. So let me change here. Where is that? You take this step. Next. I think this is only. Since I created the new one, it is matched into that. Okay, leave that one.
Yeah.
So these three fields only we are getting it right. So even if we can add one more field, email, since we are acquiring that also. Yeah, what is your question?
Like, what is the use of the checkbox? Like,
A
hide
checkbox,
checkbox column.
hide. So we are hiding it, right? By default, it will come. So can you put it as to false
Okay.
in your component? Yeah, go and refresh it.
Okay. Got it.
So we don't need that. So because we don't want the user to go and do some action here. Whatever we fetch it from the backend, we just want to display it. So that is the reason we have hidden that.
Okay. Got it. Yeah.